To help in their rotation, and last night they got it from Tyler Wilson. He would pick up the win. The Orioles offense contributed mightily. 14 hits in an 8-3 win. That sets up the rubber match today. It'll be right on the mound in his third start for the O's. Can the Orioles take another series? We are about to find out. It's the Orioles on Masson on a Sunday afternoon in Kansas City. That's where we are with the City of Fountains in the background. And the Orioles and the Royals wrap up this 3-game set. An impressive explosion of offense in the ball game last night. 8-3 Orioles won it. 14 hits. That is a season high for the Orioles. Came after they picked up only 5 hits, a season low in game number 1 of this series. So what's going to happen in this one? Well, if they're as opportunistic as they were yesterday, they'll get the win. Take a look at what happened in the ball game and the Orioles taking advantage. Second inning. It was J.J. Hardy at the plate. He would draw a walk. That's not a good thing to give to the Orioles. Kim delivered with 2 outs, a base hit, picking up the RBI. Third inning, Adam Jones' turn. He picked up 1 of 3 walks. He would be driven home later in the inning. It was Trumbo picking up the RBI. In the 4th inning, this is with 2 outs. Manny Machado delivered a double. Rickert would come around to score. Ball a bit misplayed by Gordon in left field. Part of a long night for the defense of Kansas City, and that's unusual. 2 outs. Chris Davis singles. Manny Machado's on. He would come around to score. And then look at this. Davis gets caught at a rundown, but nobody covers second base. He gets there free of charge, and there's Manny crossing the plate. 2 outs, still in the 4th inning. Trumbo the single. Jones and Davis score. 56 hits for the Orioles with 2 outs. That is second high in the major leagues. Mike Bordick, and they had a chance. They took it.
They really did. You know, in the major leagues, you take advantage of extra opportunities. The Royals gave the Orioles many extra chances, and they took advantage of it last night. They have been consistent all year with the 2-out approach, backing up pitches, taking their walks, passing the baton, as Buck Showalter continues to say throughout this season. And it all started really in spring training. Hitting coach Scott Coolball really developed a nice philosophy with this team. They've been together now. They trust him. And he says, just be patient. Let the game come to you. 1 through 9, it's happening right now for the Orioles. And, you know, these guys are being pro hitters right now.
And for the Orioles, a rotation still in flux. Mike Wright goes today. Take a look at what the Orioles starters have done so far in the season.
Yeah, Orioles starters, it's been a struggle, up and down really, but have 6 wins, 5 innings per game. Earned run average up there, 5.18, and the opponent batting average at 282. Now you look at the bottom, the American League average, 5.2 thirds innings pitched. So they're not too far off, and I think everybody realizes it's going to be a struggle. And we talked in yesterday's game how important the bridge guys are to get to the back end of a bullpen. Yesterday they came up huge. Michael Givens came in there, Brad Brock as well. I mean, the Orioles are really going to have to rely on those guys. The guys are going to eat up some innings and save the back end of the bullpen. They've stepped up and done a nice job, but the starters have looked a lot better here the last week of the this season. So, you know, you hope they get more consistent.
Well, the numbers that amaze me on that the average is 5.2 innings pitched for starters in the American League. It is a new game of baseball. I mean, it just is.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the Royals proved that last year. They relied heavily on their bullpen, and it wasn't just the back 3. It was even the middle guys that showed up for them, and they won a championship.
You want to break it down with Scott Coolball?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Whether you want to or not, we're going to do it. When we come back, Forty does the breakdown. Coolball's the man. Orioles and Royals. More coming up. come hard. A chance to talk with Scott Coolbaugh. Mike Bordick breaks it down with the Orioles hitting instructor. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. And by T-Mobile. Get Major League coverage. T-Mobile has doubled its 4G LTE in the last year. And back here in Kansas City in a ballpark where the runs come hard. A chance to talk with Scott Coolbaugh. Mike Bordick breaks it down with the Orioles hitting instructor.
Break it down with Bordick.
Well, Scott, the Orioles offense has really been clicking to start this 2016 season off. I mean, really top to bottom, but there have been some, instabilities. Guys have already gone through some ups and downs. Let's talk a little bit about how you try to get guys out of those prolonged slumps, maybe some drills you incorporate.
Well, I think the first thing is you got to build that trust with them, and that starts in spring training. And of course, being here the second year, I've started to build a little trust with a lot of the guys. And when these guys hit adversity throughout the year, like you said, there's things that you see that are kind of, simple trigger points that get them back into the groove again. And for instance, a guy like Scope yesterday, got a couple hits on the breaking ball, and he kind of was out in front, speeding himself up a little bit. So yesterday we had some early work, got on the curveball machine just to create a feel of staying behind the ball and, gaining that trust within himself again in the box. And so it was good to see him, kind of take that into the game yesterday. CD the same way. He got on the breaking ball machine. He'd been pitched around a little bit, and he didn't understand where he was at because he wanted to swing, and he gets 4 hits yesterday. So it's not something that I'm doing personally. I think it's just getting those guys in a frame of mind when they get in the box, they're comfortable again, and that's the main thing with any of these guys when they go through adversity.
So there are mechanical flaws, but there are also mental flaws that you kind of have to support as well. So along with the drills, I mean, there's obviously that positive feedback that's incorporated. I think you, along with the other coaches, are more psychologists at times than actual instructors.
I think the hardest thing for any coach is the fact that, when you say the mental side of it, mentally they get themselves out of whack physically. And you can only do so much physically for them. You see the stuff on video, you go through the drills, you do some things for them, but until they feel comfortable mentally, then that really doesn't come out in the game. And it's so hard to go to that side of it because you don't know what kind of emotion's going in their mind. Whether it's maybe the umpire made a bad call, or they missed their pitch, or they're trying to hit the ball too far, or they hear something in the crowd noise or something behind the scenes that you really trying to get them back in the zone again. So it's a constant battle from the mental and the physical side of it, but anytime you can get them to feel relaxed, encourage them, make them feel like they have fun again. That's the whole key. And the same thing with Flaherty. The other day we had the wiffle ball bat. You go back to the days of playing wiffle ball when you were a kid, but I kind of brought out the wiffle ball bat for a drill for him to, for the spine alignment. And I think that's a huge thing. But we just try to get them to feel something so they can go be comfortable in the box.
So when you say spine alignment, a lot of the Orioles hitters really stay tall in the box, and it looks like they have a solid foundation underneath them. Tell us about when a spine alignment breaks down. What are you looking at?
Well, what we're looking at is the upper body, of course, because that's the spine, and we want our both eyes to be able to see the ball and see the release point. And when guys get hunched over, they're looking from the side of their face, and when they get in their loading position, when they get in their hitting position separation, they get hunched over even more, almost like a turtle. And so, you know, a turtle shell, and we don't want that because the first move is coming out. We want to eliminate the shoulders in the swing. So to create relaxation in the box, being able to keep both eyes on the ball, you've got to keep your upper body erect so your head can turn, because anytime your body's leaned over, your head is tied to your spine, obviously, and it makes it cringe, and, you know, gets tension in the swing. And, you know, that was just some of the drills that we've used. We've used them for Wieters, we used them for Davis, and now Flaherty's kind of been my new victim. And, you know, it goes back to just seeing tape, and it's nothing special. It's just creating that feel again where they feel comfortable in the box and they feel like they can take their hands to the ball and be able to manipulate the bat wherever the ball's pitched.
Well, it's definitely worked out this year. Orioles offense, best in the business right now. And driving in runs with runners in scoring position, hitting a high for average, drawing walks better than we've ever seen before, and picking up some big 2-out hits. Tell us about that approach.
Well, I think it's a credit to the guys in spring training. You know, we had a meeting at the very start of spring training and said, what do we want to do about our offense? You know, we have some very big strengths that no other ball clubs in the league have, and that's the power aspect of it. But we know these teams are just not going to keep coming at us and let us utilize our power. We're going to have to force the issue a little bit and be more disciplined at the plate and getting balls up in the zone that we can drive. And it just kind of started in spring training. You know, when guys like Chris Davis, you see, already buying into it, and Adam Jones last night with 3 walks. And, you know, the guys are passing the baton, and they're letting the pitcher force them to throw a good pitch to them, and good things are happening. And, you know, it started a little bit last year towards the end of the year where we saw, you know, guys like Chris Davis, Manny Machado, all those guys started creating more walks, more on base, and good things were happening. And I think it's just a carryover this year, and it's a credit to the players. I mean, they bought in, and so far this year, knock on wood, they've been doing a good job of it.
Well, Scott Coolbaugh definitely has this offense going in the right direction.
Blowing right to left, and it's a warm day. Our BGE home game time temperature 80 degrees. BGE Homes, Baltimore's home team for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Why would you call anyone else? I got 3 home runs on the day. Mike is taking the over. All right, you're on, buddy. See what happens. Take a look at the starting lineup for the Orioles. Brought to you by Southwest Transparency. Low fares, nothing to hide. Rickard, Machado, Davis, Jones, Trumbo, Alvarez back in. Scope, Joseph, Ryan Flaherty gets the start. Hardy is out. Adam Jones, you see the home runs put up 11th since 2012.
And let's take a look at Yordano Ventura's pitch arsenal this season. The fastball 51% of the time. Big arm. He can rush it up there mid-90s, reach in his back pocket. You'll see 99 today for sure. Breaking ball, big curve, but the changeup, a pitch that he has perfected, using it much more this year, 27% of the time. Great arm speed, big time sell with that pitch. But take a look at the bottom of this graph. 12 walks this season. Orioles been capitalizing on those base on balls. Ventura's been having a hard time commanding here early on this season, but holding opponents down to just that 200 batting average. He's given up 1 home run in his 3 starts.
He will bring a 3-1 record against the Orioles into the ball game. both of the starts he had against Baltimore last year, he won. Last outing, a 5-3 win against the Orioles back in August. Here in this ballpark, lifetime 14-12. At the 7-5 mark here last year, ERA 3.8 here at Kauffman Stadium last season. So you get to look at a pitcher who's kind of revised himself at the tender age of 24.
Right.
Used to throwing all that heat. Now we're seeing all those changeups. We'll see how the Orioles react to that today in the rubber match, as the Orioles, who have won 4 out of the 5 series they have played this year, look to make it 5 out of 6. Orioles 11-5. They've got a 3.5 game lead now in the division. The Royals have slipped to second place. They are 11-6, a half game behind the White Sox. Underway. Rickard will take the pitch. It is in there for a strike at 94 from Ventura.
Well, Joey Rickard's job to see a lot of pitches here to start this ball game. He's been doing a great job so far.
1 for 9 in the first 2 games of the series. Mike was talking about the walks that have been surrendered by Ventura. That has been a problem for this Kansas City staff, which is really very unusual for them to give up a lot of free passes. But they have done that. They have the 3rd highest total of walks surrendered in the American League.
Yeah, and you'd think here at this big park they'd be more aggressive, attacking in the zone.
Set up outside. Ventura got it right where he wanted it, but it wasn't a strike. And the count will go to 2-2.
Oh, nice, smooth, easy delivery. That ball just explodes out of his hand. 96 right there, trying to work the edge with the two-seamer.
Orioles, of course, have taken advantage of the walks this year. That'll be put up in the air towards center. Kane, the wind blowing it just a bit, will put it away. That'll bring up Manny Machado, who's continued his streaks.
Boy, has he been raking. 16-game hitting streak, hitting .397, 6 homers, 11 RBI in that time. And I'll tell you what, the power has started to come. He's picking up extra base hit after extra base hit. 7 straight games with extra base hit, 5 doubles and 3 home runs.
And he has recorded an RBI in a career high 6 games. Right now, that is the longest active streak in the majors. So he's got streaks all over the place. And obviously off to just a great start. .397. He's at the top of the pile in the American League when it comes to batting average. In fact, he's first and Mark Trumbo is second. Manny at .397, Trumbo at .381. They're 1 and 2 in the American League. Ventura takes him back a little bit. 2-0.
Take a look at the rest of these numbers. Man, he's piling up this season. Batting average first in the AL, hits first, home runs tied for second, total bases first. It goes on and on. Manny Machado is on his game offensively and defensively.
That ball is going to be taken up high. So right away, Ventura falls behind, a 3-0 count, as the Orioles have Chris Davis batting 3rd in the lineup today. 3-0 delivery taken for a strike. Talked about the Oriole walks. Highest total of free passes, which has resulted in the Orioles having the #1 on base percentage as well as the #1 slugging number. As the walks picked up by Machado.
Like to see that. Seen a lot of pitches here in the first inning. Take a look at the Royals defense behind Ventura. Gordon, Kane, and Dyson roam the Royals outfield. Escobar double play combination tonight. Christian Colon, first round pick back in 2010 for the Royals. Moustakas over at third. Hosmer at first base, and Butera will do the catching today.
Chris Davis is in the #3 spot with Adam Jones moved to the #4. Chris 0 for 7 in the at-bats he's had against Ventura. He'll take that one for a strike. Chris has had a big series with the 4 for 9, a home run, and 2 RBIs. He's upped his numbers against this Kansas City team and in this ballpark, where he's now hitting .286 with 6 home runs here at Kauffman Stadium. Big cut on that last one and an 0-2 count.
I think a lot of guys like to hit here. Nice background, all green out in center field. Good hitting eye.
0-2 delivery to Chris, foul back. Chris matched a career high 4 hits, 6th home run of the season. He now has 165 homers since 2012. That's more than anyone else in the major leagues.
It's the crusher.
Yep. 0-2. Manny Machado off first, and there you see it. 86-mile-an-hour off-speed delivery that gets him looking.
Oh, comes out of his hand just like the fastball, and he's got the circle change grip, so you see the same kind of movement, but taking 10 miles an hour off. And you see the rotation and that fade away, but the arm cell is what locks Davis up.
We'll bring up Adam Jones. Adam moves to the cleanup spot in this ball game with a runner on at first base. 1 for 6 in the series. He has had a couple of hits against Ventura in 10 at bats. One of those 2 hits a home run. And that pitch will be taken outside for a ball.
How about Adam picking up 3 walks in yesterday's game?
A career high, which he immediately told his manager. And a swing and a miss. There's that off-speed pitch. 85 miles an hour.
Perfect differential as well off his back. The best pitchers in the game, everything looks the same out of their hand. He has that arm speed with his change.
And then we'll follow that up with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. That will make you a winner.
Yeah. Gearing up right there. Top of the zone, very tough to get to.
Adam Jones batting in the cleanup spot for the first time this year. Off first base, Manny Machado. Little nubber foul. Adam protecting on that one as he reached outside to grab it. And a 1-ball 2-strike count. Adam's got the high pants, long sock look going today, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Doesn't have that all the time. He does that in celebration of a Negro League occasion, and maybe with a Negro League museum here in Kansas City.
Yeah.
1-2 delivery on the way to him, and that'll miss outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The shadow going through. There are some high clouds. Beautiful day. I mean, we've had for this series magnificent weather for all 3 of the ball games. Lots of blue sky around. As we said, that wind's going to help right-handers get it up in the air. That one down to third is going to be a base hit. No way Moustakas had to play on that one. Adam will take it. Machado goes down to second. 2 on, 2 down.
Yeah, heck yeah, he'll take it. Tough pitch right here. Good things happen when you put it in play. Not the end of the bat, but Moustakas playing deep. Doesn't even attempt to get Adam Jones. Adam Jones always hustling down that first base line.
So that'll bring Trumbo to the plate, and that's right where the Orioles like it. How about the fact he has driven in 15 runs, and they all have been on the road. His 15 RBIs are all in road games so far this year. 2 on, 2 down, and the pitch taken up high, and Trumbo is hot.
Yeah, he has been on fire recently. 8-game hit streak, 355, 3 homers, 10 RBI for Trumbo. Pretty impressive night last night. 3 for 5 with 4 RBI.
1-0 count, 2 down. Ventura trying to get through this first inning. Trumbo swings at one, breaking down and away. The only other player in the last 6 years who started a year with 15 RBIs or more coming on the road was Carl Schwarber of the Cubs, who did it last year with Chicago. Trumbo's trying to add to the 15 he's got on the road right here. Big lead at second base. And another one. Same pitch, same result, 1 and 2.
Yeah, pretty nasty there. Starting to go to the full mix with a runner in scoring position. He is not going to settle on just the fastball. He has a nasty curve as well. Great location. Got to gear up for the heater, and when you put a little wrinkle in it, you get hitters out in front.
Against Ventura, hitters only going 200 so far with runners in scoring position. 1-2 delivery on the way. That one down low. Good stop made by Butera. And 2-2. Our Maryland Live Casino inside the numbers.
Now we talked about Trumbo's RBI. How about the rest of the Orioles offensive leaders? Machado in batting average at .397. He's also leading in the hits, extra base hits. And Davis with the 15 walks.
Trumbo's .316 with runners in scoring position. And he's got another base hit. Manny Machado will make the turn. Gordon up with it. Here's the throw to the plate. Butera there, not in time. And Trumbo delivers, and it is another 2-out RBI for the Orioles, and they take the lead 1-0.
Well, there you go. This Orioles offense hitting over 300 with 2 outs this year. They have been outstanding with runners in scoring position. This pitch up in the zone, giving Trumbo a chance. Hammering it through that 5-6 hole. Machado with a good secondary lead. Alex Gordon, Gold Glover out in left field. It's going to be close, but Machado in there, into the backside of home.
So the Orioles continue to take advantage of opportunities in these 2-out situations. And Trumbo, 9-game hit streak for him now. Still first and second. Here's Alvarez. He will foul that one back. Buck Showalter has been having Alvarez go in and out of the lineup just to try and give him a rest, get things settled down. He is 0 for his last 11. He's had a very tough start with that 118 batting average. I guess the positive side of that is the Orioles are 11-5 and he's not hitting.
Right, yeah. As long as they're winning, things are still pretty good. But Buck Showalter would love to have Alvarez's bat heat up a little bit. A proven big league hitter with great power. He's pressing a little bit here in the early going, wanting to make an impact in this new offense.
As a result, the Orioles DH batting average is only .204. 3 home runs, 11 RBIs out of the DH spot. Down to first and handled by Hosmer, right to him, hit hard. The Orioles will pick up a run, and again it is a walk and a 2-out base hit that creates a 1-0 lead. Here in Kansas City, and throughout the day we'll be showing you pictures such as this of the Comic-Cons who dresses their comic book heroes for the day at the ballpark. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the non-Comic-Cons. Escobar, Moustakas, Kane, Hosmer, Morales, Gordon. Colon gets a start, has not been in this series. Dyson and Butera in his first appearance. Hosmer's hot, getting on base.
And let's take a look at Mike Wright's pitch arsenal this season. The fastball 66% of the time, loaded mid-90s with the heater. Breaking ball has a curve and slider combination, and the change 12% of the time. Some troubles in the early going with the secondary pitches, but boy, is he looking good in his last start, going 6 strong innings.
That is taken by Escobar.
The rest of Mike Wright's numbers here. Opponent's hitting .268 overall. He has given up the 1 home run.
Orioles up 1-0. Escobar in a breaking ball that stays up high. 2 for 7 with an RBI in the series for the Kansas City shortstop. Good news today regarding the Orioles rotation for Tyler Wilson. His manager says he's in. 2-0 delivery. Ball popped up second base. Other than scope and a rainmaker, we'll put it away. Boy, that thing was up there.
Let's take a look at the Orioles defense. They have been one of the best in the business. Rickard getting the start in left field. Jones back in center with Trumbo in right field. Machado getting the start at shortstop with Jonathan Scope at second. Ryan Flaherty making the start at third. Davis over at first, and Caleb Joseph behind the plate.
So Manny Machado gets to play shortstop in the ball game with J.J. Hardy out, being given a rest. Flaherty over there at third base. Moustakas 2 for 8 in the series with an RBI. Wright's pitch to him. Now, is Hardy hurt a little bit? We're not sure, but last night here's something that happened in the game.
J.J. swinging the bat really well, but flying down the line up by a half step, and always seems a little ginger there on the leg. Had some calf problems earlier on.
Buck Showalter might have rested him anyway, because he pointed out before the game they're going to turf in Tampa Bay, which is very tough on him. But I think really that leg kicked up a little bit last night on him, and they wanted to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, you do not want to re-aggravate something. Kind of put it at bay right now.
Moustakas right delivers one that is tipped foul at the plate. Count will go to 0-2. As we said, the Orioles' Tyler Wilson, with that performance last night, 5 innings, 3-run baseball, is going to stay in the rotation for the moment, at least. Buck Showalter, when asked about it before the game today, kind of gave a quizzical "and if not him," and stopped. And a 1-ball 2-strike count. That doesn't mean Tyler Wilson hasn't deserved to be there, because he does. He's battled and done well out of the pen and in his first start last night. So he's there for the moment. 1-2 delivery on the way by Wright, foul back. Showalter said the decision, though, coming up tomorrow regarding Gausman coming back and starting the ball game tomorrow night in Tampa Bay on who's not going to be here. He said, I don't know. And I think he really meant it.
Yeah.
He said that's a very tough call as to what we're going to do with that. And it sounded like they really hadn't made up their minds yet. 1-2 delivery on the way. Breaking ball. Left center field. Wind blowing it towards left. Adam Jones drifts over. Almost took it out of his hands at the end. 2 down. I want to remind you, on Sunday, May 8, your family has a special opportunity to take the field at Camden Yards. Tickets on sale for a special pregame Mother's Day session of catch prior to the O's taking on Oakland. You can go to Orioles.com/catch for all the information. Packages that include game tickets and the on-field access. A portion of the proceeds benefit the Orioles Charitable Foundation. Orioles.com/catch.
I think what's made it hard on Buck Showalter is nobody wants to get sent out. Everybody's doing a nice job.
Kane goes after the first pitch, drives it to right field. Back, warning track, and room, and caught. Nice play. Trumbo trying to judge where he was with that fence a step away, and Kane is retired, and Wright kicks it off with a 1-2-3 inning. So the Orioles, after one, have a 1-0 lead. Their defense once again. Trumbo providing a big out, and don't get your hand caught in that fence. Dale Murphy can tell you all about the problems that causes. Joseph Stiegler from Bishopville, 500 for being selected, 500 more for every Orioles home run hit today. Play Home Run Rich's scratch-offs, win up to $50,000, or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Go to mdlottery.com/baseball. Where is Bishopville? Do you know?
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't know.
We'll be Googling that right away. Jonathan Scope will lead it off. Joseph and then Flaherty against Ventura. And the breaking ball taken away. Speaking of the Orioles rotation, with Tyler Wilson in, Yvonne Gallardi, of course, is on the DL. He's supposed to have an orthopedic examination. They're the team looking to get the results today. That one in the gap. And over to get it is Dyson, and Scope is retired. Buck said before the ball game, looks like Yvonne Gallardo will be joining the Orioles in Tampa. If there's any rehab or whatever they're going to do, will be with the ball club.
Yeah, well, I see everybody seems pretty optimistic. Like it's not going to be anything that's going to require surgery. Maybe something that Kevin Gausman went through with a cortisone shot, but obviously just speculation until they see the MRI.
Quick out here. Pitch will be taken for a strike by Caleb Joseph. Caleb, an 0 for 3 in the ball game he played in here in this series. Back in behind the plate, he and Matt Wieters alternating the catching duties for the Orioles. Wieters has been in 11 games. He's also been a DH. Caleb Joseph, this is the 8th game he has been in of the 16 played by the Orioles, and all of his starts have been behind the plate. 0-2 delivery to him, a breaking ball away.
JJ there with Matt Wieters join the ball game. They're both hoping they don't have to get in here. The Orioles can extend the lead.
1-2 delivery will go to second base. Colon. Our crack research crew, always at it, always has the answer. Bishopville, Maryland, just south on the Delaware border. Just off the Delaware line. All of you in Bishopville, great to have you with us.
Yeah, and sorry we didn't know where it was.
Well, no, you can, like somebody said Madawaska. Would anybody know where Madawaska is?
I know where Madawaska
Well, of course, but we're from Maine, but nobody else would know, and it's not a sin. We wouldn't hold it against them. So we're asking you not to hold it against us. And the pitch taken for a strike on the inside corner by Flaherty. 0-1 count with 2 down. Ryan will take a high strike and a fastball. Didn't think so. Couple of hits, 8 at bats against Ventura in his career for Ryan Flaherty. Left-handers have hit 158, right-handers 220 in the first 3 starts of the year, and he got it on a check swing. So a 1-2-3 inning, second strikeout. We go to the bottom of the second, and our Sunday game with the Orioles up 1-0. Look forward to Miller time later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Trumbo with a hot bat and the RBI base hit. He's got 5 RBIs now in the 2+ games in the series.
Yeah, and then a nice defensive play to end that first inning. Taking one away from Kane.
Someone would say he was able, but that would really be bad. Hosmer will lead it off. Morales will follow. Eric Hosmer, 13-game hit streak for him, as he and Manny Machado continue to keep the hot bats going on their respective teams. He had a double in the ball game last night, hitting .321 during the streak. Good pitch by Wright. You heard the home plate umpire Corey Blazer say inside. This is an umpiring crew that speaks loudly.
Yeah.
You know what their calls are.
Hey,
I like that. Yeah. You can hear them. 2-0 count. That one ripped to second off the glove of Jonathan Scope. He's going to chase this down himself. Big turn made, but a play by Scope to cover it up. That'll be a base hit for Hosmer and a 14-game hit streak.
A bullet right there off the bat of Hosmer. Typically, Jonathan Scope will snare just about anything, but it gets a little deep on him. You see the frustration as he pounds his glove, but not giving up on the play until that ball is contained, keeping Hosmer right there at first base.
So the Royals pick up their first hit. Hosmer 3 for 9 in the series now. Here's Kendrys Morales. Morales a 1 for 2, and the only time he has been up against Wright. Shift on. Pitch will be taken away. For the Orioles starter, this is his second career start against Kansas City for Mike Wright. He did not figure in a decision last September. He gave up 4 runs, 4 hits, and 5 innings in that ball game. Pitch delivery, and that is going to be there for a strike. 1-1.
Yeah, Mike, very interesting start to the season, getting his starts pushed back. There are a couple rain delays, so it took him quite a while to make his first start.
It's a good off-speed delivery.
Yeah, great change up there. And I think all that time off lost the feel for his secondary pitches, but look at that change up. Well located, nice arm speed. Differential as well, 83 miles an hour there.
1 ball, 2 strike count. And that'll be taken away. You note the disparity in the days between starts for him. As Mike said, he started at Boston. That was on the 12th. Then against Toronto on the 19th. And now here it is, the 24th, getting his 3rd start. He got the win against Boston. 4 runs, 5 hits over 5. The loss against Toronto, as he gave up 3 runs, 6 hits over 6. Orioles lost that one 4-3. And another good breaking ball just tied him up. Could not swing on that. Morales, a K victim.
Man, that is a nice changeup for Mike Wright. He really lets this one go. Falling off to the side. Looks like it's going to come out about 98, 81 miles an hour. Oh, does he pull the hand through on that change? Beautiful pitch. Knocking up Morales, who has incredible numbers against the Orioles.
Alex Gordon will stand in. Orioles will stay in the shift with Manny Machado staying in a shortstop position, moving in a bit to try and take any idea of bunting away, although that third base line is wide open. In the Orioles shift, Ryan Flaherty moves over on the other side of second base, so the Orioles move today's third baseman to the second base spot.
See the communication that always goes on in the shift.
That one bounced in the dirt, backed up by Jonathan Scope. Can't handle it. It'll be an error on Wright. As he buried that one.
Yeah, just spikes it right into the ground. I think when he turns to throw, he realizes that Hosmer isn't too far off, already actually back on first base, and this makes him a little uncomfortable. Spikes it right into the ground. If you make a commitment to throw, just throw it. Don't even think about the runner job. Get it to Davis.
So now the potential tying run at second base with one out for Gordon with a 1-0 count. Wright's delivery to him will be taken for a strike. In this series, Kansas City's gone 3 for 14 with runners in scoring position. It has been a problem for them this season. Gordon has had one of the better numbers in these situations for the Royals. 1-1 delivery to him. Swings through it, kept it at the knees. 1-2.
And the best fastball of the day here, 95 miles an hour from Wright. That's challenging Gordon there. Center cut fastball.
So Wright gets ahead of him, a ball and 2 strikes. Gordon will take it up and away. Kansas City, third fewest batters have struck out in the American League coming into the ball game. They don't strike out a lot and they don't draw many walks. They are 12th in free passes. They hit. They're aggressive.
They put the pressure on the defense. Put it in play. Run. Good running team.
Runner at second. 2-2 delivery to Gordon, and that's off the plate and foul. Oh, Alex Gordon battling here. Gordon, a lot of games against the Orioles. This is the 57th ball game he's played against the O's. He's played more games against the Orioles than any other member of the present Kansas City team. Leads them, the current members, in home runs against the O's with 13. 2-2 count. Pretty good lead at second base. And that one will be taken full count.
Yeah, Gordon had the opportunity to test the free agent market and wisely decided to come back here where he started his career. The Orioles were kind of in that situation as well. Some key pieces for their team. They brought back O'Day, Davis, Matt Wieters.
3-2 delivery on the way. Gordon hits it. So he's on a hit batter on a 3-2 count. So in this inning, Mike Wright's been his own worst enemy with that error in the throw to first and then hitting Gordon on a 3-2.
Yeah, had some command issues with that slider in his first start. Hit a couple batters there. Gordon taking it right off the knee. See that rotation. He gets the foot down and says, well, I'll just take one for the team here.
Christian Colon at the plate. And he will take the pitch for a strike. He makes his first appearance in this series. He has not played on this homestand prior to today. Last start was Sunday against the A's when he had a 1-for-3. 0-1 delivery by Wright. Slap the first. There's one, and there's, it goes into left field. Runners will stay where they are. It went right through the glove. A double play opportunity, and I don't know what happened.
I think Manny just lost sight of it in the stands. Take a look at this play. Davis, nice job snaring the line drive, and that ball just gets on Machado, and I don't know that he saw the baseball.
Fortunately for the Orioles, Rickard had it backed up in left field.
Yeah, tough break right there, but good job by Chris Davis. Seeing everything in front of him. Just quick feed to second base.
So that'll bring Jared Dyson, the speedster, up first and second. Now 2 down. A little help for right there, and he would be out of the inning. That one just fortunately didn't hit Manny Machado in the face. And the pitch taken inside for a ball. Dyson's got a 3-game hit streak. Manny came over and just acted as though he never saw it.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really, as he was moving, his glove didn't move much or anything. So late there.
1-0 pitch on the way, foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike count. So we'll see how many extra pitches or whether any damage is done, as Kansas City's been afforded if you will, an extra out here, not by an error or anything, but just circumstances. 1-1 delivery on the way under his back foot, and Wright suddenly having a little trouble staying close to that strike zone.
Well, you know, Mike Wright's a very emotional kid, big guy. You can tell he kind of wears his emotions on his sleeve. Frustration throwing that one ball away, and of course hitting Gordon, so some things kind of piling up, and you know, you think you're out of the inning on that line drive. You got to keep it going, so you got to keep your emotions in check, get right back to business.
That'll be a ground ball to second base. He does. Play made by Jonathan Scope, and that'll do it, so it only cost him 3 extra pitches. There'll be no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Orioles up. Numbers, Boston and the O's in that order. Top 2 in runs. The Rays, they are 12th in runs, not a surprise. They are 8th in ERA, a bit of a surprise. Those numbers will not get it done for the Rays, who've got to have better pitching. For the Yankees and for Boston, 13th and 14th in ERA, 4.09 and 4.83. Both continue to struggle giving up runs early on this season.
Yeah, pitching. How about Tampa, who historically has had, you know, top pitching for a number of years, and their stud Chris Archer, he doesn't even have a win this year.
How about that?
0-4.
Well, the Orioles will try and keep it that way. He'll pitch tomorrow night against Kevin Gausman. Archer's got a 7.32 ERA. Joey Rickard back to the top of the order for the Orioles. Flied out to center field. His first time up. Rickard will take the delivery from Ventura for a ball. Orioles 3 games in Tampa Bay. Ubaldo Jimenez, Jake Odorizzi will go in game 2. Chris Tillman and Matt Moore in game 3. The Orioles will see a left-hander in Moore. There haven't been many left-handers, either starters or out of the bullpen, working against the Orioles. 2-0 delivery is there. Buck Showalter was talking about that this morning. Said whether it's by creation and design or happenstance, lineups now in the American League are basically right-handed, and do not provide many chances to get a left-hander in. That one scooped up by Escobar. Close play. He got it. The Orioles are going to return on Thursday to begin a 10-game homestand. The White Sox will be there at 7:05 on Thursday. And on Sunday, don't miss the next Kids Run the Bases event. Every Sunday home game, kids 14 and under after the ball game get to run the bases. So make it a family day. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. A lot of Oriole fans on hand here for this 3-game set in Kansas City.
The old school Oriole hat there with the bird on top.
Manny Machado on a check swing. Manny drew a walk, the only one surrendered by Ventura, and became the only run up on the board as he came around on the Trumbo. 2 out RBI base hit. Another one fouled away, and the count will go to 0-2.
Oh man, he gets himself set up so well. Scott Coolbaugh always talking about being ready to hit. Manny is so aware of his strike zone in such a good position. He sees the ball.
Good off-speed delivery. Boy, we see why they were talking about that changeup.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty. After hanging one at the top of the zone, he goes right down to the bottom. And Manny swinging over the top of that pitch because of this late finish. That is a tight spin.
So 2 outs, and Chris Davis. Chris was called out on strikes his first time up. He'll put that one up in the air to left field. Remember, the wind is blowing out here, so it'll travel back near the warning track. Gordon is there to put it away. So a 1-2-3 inning. That's 7 in a row. Retired by Ventura. The Orioles have a 1-0 lead. Baseball on Masson, brought to you by Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. And by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick, Sunday day game here in Kansas City, the land of the Bretts. And another big crowd on hand. They had a sellout 39-9. They're going to be close to that again here today. Drew Butera batting ninth, doing the catching. Escobar and then Moustakas will be due up. Butera fouling it back. It's been a while for him. Hasn't played since April 16 in Oakland. And he made his first start. Good defensive catcher. Bat, though, has kind of kept him on the bench.
Yeah, a very good defensive catcher, but below 200 in his time at the major league level.
Down the line, right field, tough play. This is Bermuda Triangle territory, and it falls in. He's going to go for 2, and he will get it. A true Bermuda Triangle formed down the right field line, and Butera's got a leadoff double.
Hit him where they ain't. Finds a spot down that right field line, and 3 Orioles converging here. Dropping in front of Trumbo. To Butera's credit, he was hustling all the way and easily getting into second base. That's perfect placement.
That's a Kauffman Stadium hit.
Yeah.
It's so big a ballpark. A lot of other ballparks, the outfielders would be closer to be able to make the play, but not here. So the potential tying run again is down at second base. Second time the leadoff batter's been on in 3 innings. And Escobar up. He popped out his first time up. Orioles playing for a bunt. Flaherty in at third. He tried to bunt. He did. How'd he get that down? Play's got to be at first base. It's a sacrifice. Looked like it was over his head.
Yeah, almost working it like a squeeze right there. Up and in. This became a self-defense bunt. Take a look, fastball riding in. He's somehow able to get it down right there, or both feet off the ground, and executes the sac bunt perfectly. Caleb knows he's got enough time. He gives a quick glance down to third, but Flaherty had already kind of bitten on the bunt coming in. Be out at first.
So that'll bring up Moustakas, and the Orioles, playing this as a tight game, have moved the infield in halfway with only one out in the third inning. Moustakas slide out to center field. This is kind of a tip of the cap to Ventura, as the Orioles indicating they may not get a lot of runs in this ball game.
You're right.
And not willing to give one up early if they can cut it off. Moustakas hitting only $154 in these situations, 2 for 13 this year. 0-1 delivery to him, breaking ball inside from Mike Wright.
Well, it isn't really too often that you'll see Buck Showalter bring that infield in this early in a ball game. The managers have a sense sometimes any low-scoring affairs. Ventura appears to have his good stuff. Mike Wright's pitching well.
1-1 delivery on the way. Pops it back, and no play. So Wright will get ahead of him. The ball and 2 strikes on Moustakas. Fine fielding third baseman. Couple of hits, 9 at bats in this series. He has 1 RBI against the Orioles in this 3-game set. 1-2. Runner off third, infield halfway still, and got him on a line drive to short. So even with the infield in, that one's right at Manny. Well, take a look at our American League lead leaderboard, brought to you by Coons.com. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting.
Yeah, win percentage in 1-run games this year, and you have to win the close ones. Orioles leading the way with 3 wins, just the 1 loss. The Royals right behind them. These 2 teams very evenly matched. Big rubber game here today.
Oh, the chance given to Wright here to get out of this inning with 2 down. Kane flied out right field first time up. Takes the pitch on the inside corner.
Close ball games obviously come down to clutch hitting, but more times than not, it's that back end of the bullpen, and both the Orioles and the Royals, a couple of the best.
Try and get that lead so you can get to that bullpen. That one is fouled off the other way. So Wright's throwing some strikes now, and he gets ahead here, 0-2. Already 0 for 3 for the Royals in these situations. Leadoff doubled by Butera. He's the third. 0-2 delivery, grounded towards first. Davis there, short hop, bounces away. He'll take it, and no collision, and the out recorded. Just ahead of Kane coming down the line. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a base runner left on at third. The Orioles still have a 1-0 lead. RAV4 Hybrid. All-wheel drive at unexpected performance. Visit buyatoyota.com. 1-0 ball game. 1-2-1 for the Orioles. They've left 2 on. Royals 0-2-0. They've left 3. For Ventura, 1 walk. It scored. 3 strikeouts. Right, no walks. 1 strikeout. Royals, they are 3-2 on the current homestand. Ball game last night with the 8 runs, 14 hits, in both cases tied a season high against Kansas City, and a high for the Orioles with the 14 hits that they put up on the board, a season high. Orioles have had double-digit hits 8 of their 16 games.
Well, it's a potent offense, and nobody's really trying to do it on their own. Every night seems like a different hero.
Adam Jones to right field. Dyson going back at the wall and up and makes the catch. He timed it well, got back there. There would be no collision. Ventura gives him a high tip of the cap.
Yeah, a couple nice plays by the right fielders today. Trumbo taking one away in the first inning. Dyson getting back on the wall. Rob Adam Jones there. A quick glance back. Times it perfectly.
You see him the salute from his pitcher. Trumbo, the RBI and a base hit, 9-game hit streak for Mark, who now has 5 hits and 10 at-bats in this series and 5 RBIs. You can't do much more in a series than he's done in this one.
Now doing some damage. Right to the baseball, hitting some bullets. Boy, to see the ball hard.
That is going to be there for a strike in the outside corner. Corey Blazer, home plate umpire, generally considered to have a pretty neutral strike zone as far as favoring pitchers or hitters. It was right down the middle. 0-2 pitch on the way. A little wrinkle that he tossed up high and out of the strike zone, 1-2.
Well, Ventura, such a young pitcher, has really started to make adjustments and become more of a pitcher and not just a thrower with the big fastball.
Wow, nasty. Picked up, tag put on, 4th strikeout.
He throws this breaking ball so hard. Comes out of his hand. It's got to be a fastball. It's starting too low in the zone, so Trumbo pulls the trigger, but there it goes. Tight rotation. Not much hump at all, so you pull the trigger on the heater, but then drops out of the zone.
2 down, nobody on. Alvarez grounded out his first time up. Up high with it. Ventura, the Royals have won 12 of the last 14 games that he has started. He himself has just 1 loss in his last 17 starts. Going back to last year, he is 10-1 in the last 17 starts he's made for Kansas City. 2-0 count. He is at a young age of 24 turning into a stopper. One of those guys you go out and you think you're going to win, and usually do. 2-0 delivery on the way. Fastball. Left center, not deep. Escobar called off. Alone there to put it away. And another 1-2-3 inning. That's 3 1-2-3 innings. 1-0 lead for the Orioles. Just allowing 1 run, 25 innings, first 4 starts. That's the third pitcher since 1925 plus allowing no more than a run. Corey Kluber, Cleveland, great pitcher. 10 strikeouts against the Tigers, 8 innings. He's had 10 or more 22 times and a 12-0 mark since doing that. And Tanner Roark struck out a career-high 15 to the Nationals. He also struck out the entire side in the lineup going through the first 4 innings of that ball game. No other pitcher in their franchise history had ever done that before. The arms haven't.
Oh, yeah. Some big games there. That was pretty impressive. Tanner Roark mowing him down. That many strikeouts. And how about the arms that the Nationals have had, right?
Not bad. Yeah, they're to be contended with, which will make things stay this way. The Orioles Nationals matchups really interesting again. Eric Hosmer leading it off, bottom half of the 4th inning. Hosmer a base hit, stranded in the 2nd. Right steps off the pitching slab. RBI single, Trumbo in the 1st. That's the run on the board. 1-1 delivery. Was he late on that one? 1 and 2.
Sometimes those elevated breaking balls, trick hitters. We've seen a lot of swing throughs. Those eyes get big. You see a breaking ball up at the top of the zone. But the ball never comes down. You anticipate the break, but it spins at the top of the zone.
Wright's 1-2 delivery to him. Hosmer now with a 14-game hit streak, and he has reached base 26 consecutive games. The Royals, that's the 2nd longest ever. Billy Butler had reached 32 straight games back in 2013. 1-2 count by Wright. Morales and Gordon to follow here in the 4th inning. 1-2 pitch. Souvenir time.
Into the sea of blue.
So Mike Wright, Tyler Wilson, Gausman, Jimenez, and Tillman, the Orioles rotation for the moment. 1-2 pitch on the way, and that'll be up high. Vance Worley will stay in the bullpen, according to the manager this morning. And then we'll see what happens tomorrow with Kevin Gausman coming off the DL and what move the Orioles make. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Wow. Put that one down, and he couldn't find it. That's strikeout number 2.
Well, that is a great breaking ball right there from Mike Wright. This is where you want it. Caleb Joseph setting up down and in. Target that back foot. Hit your spot. Coming in like a fastball. Disappearing. Trapdoor slider. Of course, that's after working up and away. Dropping it down and in.
Wright will face Kendrys Morales. Called out on strikes his first time up. Switch hitter. And Morales taking that one down low for a ball. Morales getting a chance from the left side here with a right-hander, as he does on most occasions. 1-0 pitch is a strike. He's had 48 at bats, just 9 hits batting left, 7 for 15 batting right-handed. 1-1. Pops it up. Shift was on. Long run for Machado trying to get over, and no chance.
A long run back. You really like the way Mike Wright's filling up the strike zone. The wind up there, it's howling.
Yep, this one's definitely blowing out to left here. It swirls sometimes in this ballpark, but not today. 1-2. Morales with a modest 3-game hit streak, if there is such a thing. All hit streaks are hit streaks. For hitters, none are modest.
That's right.
2-2. Low and inside, full count. 53 pitches on the board so far. 96 in his first start against Boston, threw 105 against Toronto. 3-2 delivery, and that one down the line, and it is a foul ball.
A good pitch. Morales almost keeping that ball fair down the left field line with that slider boring in on the hands. Got to fight to get the bat head to the ball and keep that pitch fair. Doing a lot of things right.
Best average against any opponent. Morales has that against the Orioles. 7th pitch of the at bat, 3-2 delivery. Morales clunks that one in the air to left center. It's going to have a little wind blown towards left, but Jones will get there and put it away. 2 down. Now, the day after the Orioles win and score 5 or more runs, get 50% off regular menu price online orders at papajohns.com. Use the promo code Orioles5. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. 2 away for Wright. He'll try and set the side down in order. He did it in the first inning. Our favorite shirt of all time.
Made it all the way to Kansas City.
All the way to Kansas City. And everybody's wanting to know, where did you get that? How can I get mine? Down the line, Alex Gordon into the corner. It's a short porch. And goodbye, home run. No, off the wall. It's a homer. It's a homer. Both the home plate umpire go out, Corey Blazer and Laz Diaz, and say, no, that came back in. This ball game was tied on a home run by Gordon.
Well, it's a big ballpark, but it tightens up down the line. You see 330 there. Up and then bounces back in to Rickard. Well, maybe a little confusion.
Orioles are checking on their video. See whether or not that indeed was a home run. Yep. No argument, no request for the umpires to take a look at it. So Wright surrenders the home run. Second he has given up this year, both to left-handers. Comes with 2 down.
Joey chasing the fan. Clanks it off the hand, then the top of the rail back into the playing field, but that ball is gone.
Went after it, trying to bunt it. Christian Colon, 0-2 count. So for Gordon, his second home run, his 5th RBI against the Orioles. Now 14 home runs in his career. Got a heater in on him and strike him out. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Ball game tied 1 apiece.
This is the rubber game. Yoiks and away. Mike Wright tries the pickoff attempt, and it gets away from him. Line drive to Davis here. What? And Machado loses the feed. They're able to escape that trouble. But then in the third inning, Butera, he finds that Bermuda triangle. 3 Orioles converge. Once again, Davis handling the unassisted play at first base, and the Orioles escaping danger again. Geico 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. Well, you saw those miscues yesterday by the Royals, and the Orioles were able to take advantage of it. Royals not so here in the early going. Orioles able to keep it this 1-1 tie.
Jonathan Scope, Caleb Joseph, and Ryan Flaherty due up top of the 5th inning. Flied out to right field. Did Scope his first time up. And Ventura's pitch will be up and away. Count will go to 2-0. Ventura with a walk and 4 strikeouts. His career record 28 wins and 19 losses. 2-0 pitch on the way. Will ride in and hit the bat. Almost hit Scope.
Man.
Fouled off. 2-1.
Seen a lot of those balls this year. Fastballs riding up and in and catching the knob. Well, that one got the bat head as the bat head dropped behind.
2-1. Set up away Butera. Pitch was away and fouled off. You may notice behind home plate there's a vote Royals. Royals.com. Today is the first day, believe it or not, that voting begins for the All-Star game. So you can vote for your players starting today online, MLB.com.
Yeah,
look for the All-Star, or Orioles.com and look for All-Star voting. 2-2 pitch down to third and a foul ball. Once the season starts, it's a big rumbling train and things just come up on you like in a hurry. All-Star game in San Diego this year. 2-2 on Jonathan. Just reaches. And we'll keep the at-bat alive. Jonathan getting out of the 0-for he had coming into the series. He's had a couple of hits now in 8 at-bats. Ventura has held him to a 1-for-10. Another at bat with at least 7 pitches. 2-2. Center. Kane. Scope retired, 1 away. Well, still time for you to take advantage of Birdland's best family value. It's the Junior Orioles Dugout Club. Kids 14 and under. Your choice of 2 6-game packages with exclusive game tickets, sunglasses, messenger bag, and a whole lot more. Friends and family can get additional tickets to those dugout games for as little as $6, and lower level seating options are available. Go to Orioles.com/dugout club. Caleb Joseph breaking ball, stays off it, outside 1-0.
It's a nice quiet take right there from Caleb Joseph. Recognizing the curveball, staying behind. Looks like he was kind of hitterish as well.
Well tipped. 11 in a row have been retired by Ventura since the RBI base hit by Trumbo in the first inning. That's the kind of roll he can get on.
Yeah, he looks very focused right now.
Base hit into right. That'll end that streak. So Caleb is with a 1-out single here in the 5th inning. Take a look at our Express Care stat. The Express Care, a LifeBridge health partner. For locations, visit whywaitintheer.com.
What's made the Orioles so good? The batting average by base situations this year with none on there, 263, 7th, but runners on, 313 batting average. How about with scoring position, 325? Well, what we talked about with scoring position and 2 outs, 304 batting average. Very clutch from this Orioles offense.
Down to first base. What's he doing? There's one, and not in time. Well, I'm not sure. Hosmer hesitated on that. Flaherty is able to get to first base. Caleb Joseph on the force out.
I wonder if he forgot the outs. Yeah, because when he caught this, he just basically froze.
It was like he was going to go to first base and get the 3rd out. first base? I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I think he forgot how many outs there were right there.
This has not been a good series for the Kansas City defense, and it's not shown up in the errors. It shows up in the plays not made.
Yeah, and now on paper they're considered the top defensive team, and they are. They're a great defensive team, but there have been some mental lapses here in this series. Yesterday's game, just way too many extra opportunities they gave the Orioles, and then a little mistake right there as well.
0-1, 2 down. Rickert, top of the order, 0 for 2. 0-2 count on him. And again, here's Ventura. All of these pitches you can consider to be extra, because he should be in the dugout off what should have been a double play. Runner off first base. Flaherty. Rickert will take the pitch outside. 1-2. Ryan Flaherty reaching on the fielder's choice. Breaking ball down to third. That will be foul. Stayed up and out in front of it. 1 ball, 2 strike count remains. Tampa Bay's got their offense rolling today against the Yankees. They got a 7-1 lead. Orioles' next opponent tomorrow night in Tampa.
Their offense has been real inconsistent to start the season, but a lot of times it's timing. As the season rolls on, you catch an offense that heats up a little bit, can cause some problems.
American League East continues to be all over the place. The Orioles are the only team above 500. And the pitch will be taken up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the American League, the Central Division, there are 4 teams 500 or better. Right now they're the best division in that regard. Ventura thought he had a strikeout. He was heading off. He'll return to the slab. Interesting, you were talking about Mike Wright wearing his emotions on his sleeve. That has been Ventura's problem in his young career, that he gets upset.
Yeah.
And out of sorts on the mound for a call or something happens, and then things just deteriorate.
Right, and what we have seen here today, a very poised kid. But there you go. First time he's kind of shown his emotions, upset about the ball call on the fastball in the outside corner.
Ventura recognizes that, so he goes out, just trying to settle him down.
Take a look at the reaction here. Ball 4, and then the frustration, not because of that pitch, but the pitch before that. So thinking about it, even after he delivers it, you got to wipe the slate clean and move on. You have to have a short memory for sure in this game.
Well, can the Orioles do it again? Here we are with another 2-out situation. Runners on at first and second base. He gets Manny Machado to the plate, a walk and a strikeout. And the breaking ball is down low. Again, a little short hop on that one. Orioles 1 for 2 in these situations today. Ball game tied, 1 apiece. So far a pitching duel, each team with 3 hits. Ryan Flaherty, the lead runner, off second. That's going to be a high strike called. Sarah had to box that one.
Yeah, well, jumped up in velocity. His fastball's ranging from 90 to 98 right now. That one 97 with some pretty good life.
Machado 308 in these situations. Manny goes after it, and it'll be just foul. 1-2. Interesting to see now Ventura in all past seasons. You just look for that 96-mile-an-hour fastball going for the strikeout, but now with the changeup.
Yeah, and throwing some more breaking balls here, especially with runners in scoring position. Likes to go to the off-speed pitches more frequently.
1-2 delivery on the way. Chopper will go to short. Escobar gets a big hop. And side retired. No runs on one hit, no errors. 2 are left on base. Tight ball game, 1-1. Brought to you by Hair Cuttery, home of the Smile Back Guarantee. No small print, just big smiles. That's the beauty.
Love it.
A lot of kids here at the ballpark on this Sunday afternoon. 1-1 game. Mike Wright, no walks, 3 strikeouts. Gets Jared Dyson. Gutierrez in the 9th spot, and the top of the order, Escobar. Machado and Davis both in at the corners. He shows bunt, drops it foul.
Very interesting approach to the bunt. Now great speed, but typically when you see a left-hander try to lay down a bunt for a base hit, they're getting themselves out of the box. Dyson making sure he keeps that bat there, squaring around.
One delivery to him. Slashes that one foul outside to third base. So Wright will get ahead of him. 2 strikes, 61 pitches thrown. One run, 3 hits for each team. 0-2. Dyson up the middle. Big speed. Machado's throw. Not in time. Great pick by Davis. But Showalter will have the video people take a look.
Yeah, you got to check that one. Boy, what a play. Manny Machado showing the range over on the second base side, the little pirouette. And how about Davis on the end with another incredible pick? Oh, man.
He was safe.
Yeah, looked like Dyson flying through first base.
Great speed of Dyson. So the leadoff man on. 3rd time in 5 innings. Butera had a double his first time up. Will come to the plate. Now Wright will be concerned about Dyson over there at first base, and Dyson will want to draw his concern by walking off as big a lead as he thinks he can. 2 out of 3 stealing bases. Here's the first throw over.
Well, you knew he was going to try to get out there after Mike Wright spiked one in the dirt for an error. Just the speed will get in his head alone, but you will start extending that lead, forcing him to make multiple pickoff attempts.
Runner not going. Whoa, over his head, takes off. Here's the throw by Caleb. It's there, and didn't get him. And immediately Jonathan Scopes looks over to the dugout and says, check that.
Well, Dyson ran into the base of the tree here.
Oof.
Take a look. Whoa, fastball up and over the head, and then Caleb that's pouncing on it. Jonathan Schoop holding the ground. He says no way did Dyson reach the base. Nice little pick right there. Didn't have far to go with the glove, right on the shoulder. Great pick by Jonathan Schoop, straddling the base. Here you see the pick, and man, got the glove down there. Didn't look like the hand was in.
So a challenge here.
Yeah, he got him. Dyson taking a beating on the bases. Here diving in head first and running into Jonathan Schoop's leg. How about Chris Davis, first night with a tag at first base. Great look on the pick by Jonathan Schoop. Look at the position, legs down low. Boom, on the shoulder.
He's out.
Great look, out by about 6 inches.
Yeah. Fine play. Caleb Joseph had to chase that thing down. And the Kansas City fans seeing it on the big board are already going, So here's the call. He's out. So again, replay working there to correct a call, close call on the field. Dyson will be a caught stealing.
Well, I don't think you can say enough about the way Caleb Joseph is throwing the baseball. And also a way about this team, how they tag. The Orioles, one of the best in the business. And if you watch highlights every night, you see so many players safe at slides into bases because guys don't straddle the bag. They're Schoop fighting for a good position.
1-0 delivery taken outside. Here's one of those official scoring rules. Instead of a caught stealing, it's just called a 2-4 putout. The runner trying to advance on a pitch that got away. It's really not fair to the catcher in that situation, who should get credit for more than a putout.
Yeah.
However, it's an out. So the base is cleared. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Butera now with one away and nobody on. And he lashes that one down the line. Oh my gosh, Laz Diaz down and dove for cover and got out of the way.
Yeah, fortunately, can laugh about it. They're showing the athleticism, Laz. Take a look at this. Look out. Nice spinning away from the ball. Well taught.
Like Jushili, third base coach, helping him up. You know how many times that's going to get shown between now and next Sunday?
Yeah. And they're all laughing about it. Come on, guys.
2-ball, 2-strike count. And the pitch taken away. So right with a 3-2 count now on Butera, with Escobar, the leadoff batter, waiting on deck. Down and away the target. That's where the pitch is, and it's fouled back into the screen.
Impressive stuff right there. 96 miles an hour, driving it down and away. Right's getting better and better.
Tara now 32 years old. Pro career back to 2005. 3-2 delivery to him, and he'll get down the other line this time. Trouble going over, and that will be in the seats for a foul ball. Carries only a 196 lifetime major league average. So we were talking about in his last at bat. Hit only 198 in 45 games last year with Kansas City. Split time between the Angels and KC. 3-2. Popped him up. Infield. Who can see it best? Manny Machado. Look out. Nope. Flaherty drifts over and puts it away. 2 down. Our PNC minor league report. PNC for the achiever in you.
Take a look at Chris Lee, 23-year-old lefty acquired from Houston last May. 3 games, couple starts this year. 3 wins, 295 earned run average. Big arm. He was in spring training. Buck Showalter got to put his eyes on him and was very impressed with how he's progressing. And when they picked him up from Houston, the fastball velocity was high 80s, low 90s. It's shot up to the mid 90s right now. So the Orioles, you kind of credit the development as far as cleaning up his mechanics and letting that delivery work.
Cedes Escobar, who rarely goes after a first pitch, in fact just puts the bat on his shoulder, did so there for a strike. He has popped out and sacrificed, leadoff batter. Couple of hits, 8 at bats in the series. He was the MVP of the American League Championship Series last year. Hit .478. And in all 4 games of the ALCS, he led off with a hit. No one had ever done that before. Reaches for that one. Went right back there, and Escobar went with him. 1-2.
Escobar, pretty solid year last year, winning a Gold Glove at shortstop. There's that World Series ring. Strength up the middle, certainly a key for successful teams.
Broken bat, Squibber. Well, that thing almost stopped. And in time to get him. Close play at first base. Escobar. We're going to have a check here. Ned Yost put his hand up, said, wait a minute. Now has he waved it off or not? He has not. So the home plate umpire just getting the grounds crew out there, but that'll be an out. So a base hit, but only 3 faced. Caption this. Check out at Masson Orioles on Instagram and provide your best caption for this photo. 3 commenters will win an autographed Orioles prize pack and the Green Turtle gift card. Watch every O's game with us. The Green Turtles Sports Bar and Grill. Hang local. Chris Davis taking the pitch up high for a ball. He is struck out and flied out. Chris is now 0 for 9 against Ventura. And that one will be way up and away.
Chris Davis has been starting to heat up. 165 home runs since 2012. Picked up a bomb the other way last night's ball game.
And Ventura nowhere near the strike zone on him. Falls behind 3-0. A chance for Chris to add again to that number when it comes to the free passes he's done so well with this year. This one, though, he'll chop back to the mound. Ventura bare hands, flips, and gets the out. Well, here's Adam Jones. It's just for fun. In our Major League Notebook, this is something you can do on your own if you go to Baseball Reference. You can find a chain of connection. Current players to the past. Ruth played with Billy Weber. Billy Weber played with Hank Sauer. Sauer played with Willie Mays. Mays played with Matthews. Gary Matthews played with Jamie Moyer. And Jamie Moyer and Adam Jones with the 2006 Mariners. 6 degrees of separation. And you can take any player you want at Baseball Reference and go through that and get a connection. And a swinging strike for Adam Jones, robbed of a hit by Dyson in right field his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Have to do that with you.
Yeah.
Find out who your degrees of separation are.
Right. Be fun.
Yeah. 0-1 count. Adam gets to go all the way back to Babe Ruth. And that one is taken down low. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Jones to be followed by Trumbo. 1-1 game. Royals out hitting the O's 4-3. It has been about the pitching. Jones will take that one. High strike call. Shakes his head yes. I just didn't want to go after that.
Well, a high change up there. You're in the middle of the ball game. Mix it up a little bit.
1-2 delivery. Breaking ball outside. Third most percentage of changeups thrown coming into the ball game this year. Ventura behind Tommy Milone and Marco Estrada. Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way. That one to center field. Kane. 2 down. Moment you've been waiting for. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Here at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Rubber match. Orioles picking up the win in the ballgame last night 8-3 after losing the opener 4-2. Mark Trumbo will foul it back. A base hit at RBI, and he struck out. Machado drew a 1-out walk in the first inning. Then with 2 down, Adam Jones singled, and Trumbo did the same to get the RBI. Home run by Alex Gordon in the 4th inning for the Royals tied it up. One ball, 1 strike count.
Now starting pitcher's doing a fine job staying aggressive in the zone. The way Mike Wright's throwing the ball for the Orioles.
84 away after up and in 1-2.
Yeah, that's just filthy there. And Ventura, now that he's started to figure out the changeup, all 3 of his pitches plus.
1-2 delivery on the way. Trumbo off the end of the bat to short. 3 hopper. Escobar. Strong arm and another 1-2-3 inning. Orioles retired. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 1-1. Is brought to you by American Standard Heating and Air. It's their all-star sales event. Up to $1,100 in instant rebates or 0% APR 36 months. And by Ocean City, Maryland. Let us show you a good time in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at ococean.com. King is here. Long live the King. Kauffman Stadium with the Hallmark sign, of course. That's for the card company, headquartered here. Wright's delivery, and that will be taken for a strike on the outside corner. Moustakas is lined out, flied out. A couple of hits, 10 at bats in the series. Wright has held them down here in this ball game. Now in the bottom of the 6th inning, 1-1. And a big cut fouled right straight back into the screen. Moustakas 0 for 4 in the times he's faced right.
Mike Wright always settling in nicely. That last start he had against Toronto helped his confidence against a very tough lineup. And the understanding of how important the secondary pitches are to keep hitters off the fastball. If it's a real good fastball like he holds.
Shift on. 0-2. Breaking ball inside, did not go around on it. As Diaz down at third. Moustakas with that 265, the long ball. 8 home runs, 18 RBIs. 1-2 pitch by Wright. That one slipped. And the count will go to 2-2. Just kind of rolled off his fingers.
Yeah, a little too quick maybe. Make the adjustment and finish out in front. Mike Wright's been very efficient though. He's shown good command of everything.
2-2 delivery on the way. That one down the line and foul.
Finished that one. Finished it out in front nicely. Maybe an inch or two from getting rid of Moustakas, but stays on that corner here too long.
Tries again on the 2-2 delivery and will come inside 3-2. Wright, 26 years old, in just his 15th major league game, 12 last year, 3 this season, working as both a reliever and starter. 3-2 delivery to Moustakas, and he reaches to protect.
Gutsy call right there. 3-2 change. That's the confidence that Caleb Joseph is seeing in those secondary pitches.
And got him. Boy, a great pitch inside. He worked a couple of those in on him on that at bat. That's strikeout number 4.
Yeah, real good. Holding the good velocity as well. 95 miles an hour. And setting him up with the change up away. Whew. Just firing it down and in.
Wright had 4 strikeouts in each of his first 2 starts this year. Now he's got 4 again in this one. Here's Kane. He is flied out, grounded out. Only 1 hit in 10 at bats in this series. 253 hitter against the Orioles coming in, and the pitch is away for a ball. Only 3 have been left on base by the Royals, 2 of those in scoring position, 4 by the Orioles, 2 of those in scoring position. Backed up by Flaherty, makes the spin on the throw and gets the out. See, Manny, I can do that.
Yeah, that's a nice play there by Ryan Flaherty. Not getting a lot of playing time this year. But look at him get his feet off the ground, so they're active. And then when it's hit hard, you get low. He got the eyes behind that baseball. Nice play. Glove out in front. Back to the feet. And has a strong, accurate arm. Right on the money there to Davis.
So Ryan Flaherty, opportunity at third base and a real good play defensively. 2 down. Here's Eric Hosmer. He has picked up a base hit and he struck out. He was trying to untie the ball game on that swing.
Well, this is another nice start by a couple of the promising young arms. Yesterday Tyler Wilson, today Mike Wright going at it, and those 2 guys have kind of come up through the system together.
That ball down the line right field, headed to that short porch and makes it. Goodbye home run. Eric Hosmer delivers the long blow and the Royals are on top. 2-1. Number 2.
Big hit there for Hosmer, both home runs, so down the corners. Shortest part of Kauffman Stadium. Gordon earlier in the ball game down the left field line. Hosmer turning on this one. Turn and burn down the right field line.
Hosmer gives him a lead, his 4th career home run against the Orioles. One by Gordon, one by Hosmer. 3 home runs surrendered by Wright this season. All by left-handers. Ground ball towards second base into the shift. Ryan Flaherty over there will make the play on Morales for the out. So a 2-out homer by Hosmer, and the Royals now have a 2-1 lead. Quality matchup.
Sure is. Let's take a look at today's starting pitchers. Mike Wright going 6 strong innings, scattering the 5 hits and 2 earned runs, both on solo homers, and very efficient with 88 pitches. How about Ventura? 6 strong innings, only scattering the 3 hits. 2 of them he gave up in the first inning, which led to the only run the Orioles were able to put on the board, and he too very efficient with 88. You love to see quality pitching matchups here, getting deep into the ball game. Every pitch matters now.
Ventura, in the 3 previous starts, he went 5 against Minnesota, indeed, 6 against Houston, indeed, and his last outing 5 against the Tigers. 2 runs, 6 hits, and got the win. He works into the 7th inning here, and the pitch will be taken. Pedro Alvarez. Alvarez has popped out and grounded out, 0 for his last 13. Jonathan Schoop and Caleb Joseph due up. In the air, center field. Trying to find it. Kane sees it. Had a little trouble with that one. Puts it away, and Alvarez is retired. Seemingly everything hit up in the air today has stayed up for a long time.
Yeah, staying up, and that sun causing some problems. Bright day. We've already seen some effects of just the bright stands. Machado unable to hang on to a throw from Davis, and most balls that are up in the air, a lot of gloves shading the sun.
Well, he gets the first out. Jonathan Schoop is flied out twice. Orioles have not been able to get the leadoff man on against Ventura, who had a 71% retirement rate for leadoff hitters coming into the ball game. He has upped that a little bit. Schoop with a couple of hits, 9 at bats in the series. 0 on delivery to him. Jonathan will take it up high and away. One down to third. Stockus. 2 outs.
And Moustakas, very solid defensive series. Highly touted, 2 of the best defensive teams in the business. Moustakas making it look easy down in the hot corner.
2 away, bases empty. Caleb Joseph Picked up a base hit last time up, 5th inning, broke a string of 11 consecutive retired by Ventura. 2 down, bases are empty. Caleb, 82 miles an hour on that one for a strike. A 1 delivery, a heater that bounces. Last year, Ventura, 54% of the outs came on ground balls. So far this year, coming into the game, it had gone way down to 35%. Whether that's the changeup or whatever.
Yeah, it might be getting out in front. And then you fight to try to get that bat head back up.
Down to third again, Moustakas. And Ventura continues to rock along here. Retires the side in order. 7th inning stretch time, Kansas City. Royals lead it 2-1. Head to the beach. Tampa's next, game 1 tomorrow night. Kevin Gosman against Chris Archer. Our coverage on Massa begins 6:30 O's Extra, presented by Jeep. Our game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on Massa.
Take a look at the Rays preview this season. 7-10 record. Last in the AL East. Still early though. 4.5 games back, but they have lost 3 of their last 4 last year, finishing just under 500. 4th in the AL East. The starters, Chris Archer, who we talked about, has been struggling. 0-4 this year with an earned run average up over 7. Odorizzi and the big lefty Matt Moore. Right now, the story is starters of this ball game. Mike Wright and Ventura battling head-to-head, both getting deep into the game.
Rays have the lead over the Yankees, trying to put away a win. 8-1. They're in the bottom of the 9th inning in New York. Herrera up in the bullpen for Kansas City. Good outing by Smiley today. A run on 6 hits over 7 innings for Tampa Bay. The Yankees, Pineda got rocked for 7 runs on 10 hits in 5 innings against Tampa Bay.
A lot of inconsistencies, and I think that was a big reason why everybody thought this American League East was going to be so equal. I mean, nobody with all the true strengths. Just some weaknesses have shown up for every club.
Bottom of the 7th inning. Alex Gordon had the untying home run. Or Hosmer had the home run, rather, in the 6th inning. Gordon had the one that tied it up in the 4th. Colon and Dyson to follow. Shift on against him. Wright's delivery foul back. Gordon got a little what for in the 4th inning. He'd been hit by a pitch in the 2nd. A good way to answer that is next time up you get a home run.
Yeah, right. Even if it was on a breaking ball.
Yeah. Which he stayed in on, didn't try and move very much.
Yeah.
0-2 delivery by Wright. And he just misses on the inside.
You know, it's funny. I was watching a game the other day, and David Price actually hit one of the Tampa Bay batters, Forsythe, who didn't move either. He stayed right there and took it off the elbow. And I'm thinking, okay, you don't have to move. You take the pain, but you know what? It's because guys don't get knocked down or brushed back as much anymore. They're just standing there. They're a lot more comfortable in the box than they were, 15, 20 years ago.
Absolutely. Never used to dig in. 1-2 down to first. Fair ball. It sticks on the ground. It'll be a hit. Diving in head first. Not a good idea, but he makes it. So Gordon picks up one that Davis stopped but couldn't get to in time to make a play on.
Yeah, chopping down the line, kicks up a little bit at the end and catches Davis off the heel of the glove and doesn't kick in front of him. It stays right in fair territory, so he's got to go back and get it, but just a little too late there as Gordon sniffing out the hit. Doing what he can.
Buck Showalter coming out, I don't know if arguing about fair or foul here or which. About who made the call, maybe. Home plate umpire's call between the plate and first if he's not blocked out.
Yeah, I don't think it has to do with the safe or out call, whether or not fair or foul. Caleb Joseph must have turned and said something to Corey Blazer at home.
If the home plate umpire is blocked out, as might have happened there, then the first base umpire has to read that and pick up the call on the fair or foul. That the signal was made by Jeff Nelson, the crew chief at first base, that it was a fair ball.
Yep. See if we can get a look here. The breaking ball started off in foul territory, but there you see Nelson adamant. Fair ball, fair ball.
Looking for the bunt. Cologne doesn't show it. Will take the pitch inside for a ball. Obviously, anything added here in the 2-1 ball game, 7th inning's big. Brian Flaherty's moved way in at third. Christian Cologne getting the start at second base in the game, is lined out, struck out. Gordon at first. Nobody out. There he goes. Down the line, left field, and into that short porch again. That one will hit off the base of the wall. Gordon was running. Rickard's throw coming in. Relay to the plate, not in time. A double. Cologne delivers an RBI double, and it is a 3-1 Royals lead.
Well, this Royals team, they will bunt, they will hit and run, they'll steal. It's one of the most aggressive teams in baseball right now. And Gordon on the move, a hit and run in play, and Cologne whistles one off the left field wall. And with Gordon on the move, able to score all the way from first base.
So Cologne with the big hit. First RBI of the year for him. Orioles have bullpen action, but Dylan Bundy's not ready to come in. 3 runs, 7 hits now for the Royals. Cologne gets his 13th major league RBI. A lucky 13 for him. Dyson has a base hit and he is grounded out. Again, the Orioles playing for a bunt here. Brian Flaherty is way in at third base. I mean way in. He shows bunt, pulls back, looked to second base, nobody there to cover. Buttera, number 9 hitter, waiting on deck.
Yeah, interesting situation for this bunt defense. Now they're playing it as if there were runners at first and second. With the runner at second base, they're going to try to cut down this out at third.
Machado, the shortstop, will move over to third base on a bunt. Flaherty's almost in the batter's box on the other side.
Yeah, so Flaherty giving way. He is all over Dyson, right in his front pocket here. He can turn and fire to Machado if in fact Cologne tries to advance on the bunt attempt, but he can read this if he wanted. If it's bunted too firmly at Mike Wright or Flaherty, he could hold his ground.
2-0 the count. Wright's delivery shows bunt again. That will be taken as a strike. So 2-1. Trying to add a crooked number. Kansas City here in the 7th inning. Is still nobody out. Play by Gordon reaching to lead it off has resulted in a run. Head first dive into first. 2-1. Charging first and third. Squares, drops it. That's a great bunt. He'll go to third. Slide. Got him! Chris Davis. So the Orioles defense works. Manny Machado moving over to cover third base. That was the intent. Ned Yost says, hang on a minute. We want to look at the play.
Yeah, if you're going to set up your defense like that, you better take a shot at it. Davis with an aggressive play cutting across the Orioles infield, firing a strike to Machado. Going to be looked at, though, very close.
Challenge is made by Ned Yost on the call at third. Velaz Diaz, third base umpire, and Jeff Nelson, the crew chief, are on the headset again. It is a very close play.
Yeah, it was. Now take a look at that front foot, though. It bounces up. Machado's foot in the way. So that lead foot that's sliding in kind of gets kicked up off the base, creating a little space, and it might have allowed Machado to get the tag down before that foot retouched the base, or if it touched it at all.
Orioles were fully committed on that one because with Davis charging the way he was, there wasn't any place else to go.
Yeah, very aggressive play here by the Orioles. The importance, though, of this tack-on run, potential tack-on run. Diaz right there in position.
A call that will change the whole face of the inning one way or the other. If he's out, you got the runner at first base, one away. If not, you got nobody out and runners at first and third.
Yeah, Buck Showalter real lucky to have such an athletic infield. See Machado's foot there, blocking the base. Back foot never got in there. It was a question of whether or not that front foot created enough separation after it kicked up over Manny's foot. It looked like there was space there, right there, when Manny put the tag on. Foot was off the base.
That's where not having enough of a replay that shows the call was wrong results in leaving the call the way it was. We'll see. Las Diaz will go out, and he's out. Wow. Good call.
Yeah, I think it was the fact that Colon slid in. His front foot caught Manny's foot, and you see that front foot bouncing up above the base when Manny put the tag on. Great play by Davis and Machado. Nice call by Buck Showalter, gunning down that run at third.
So the Orioles make the defense work for him. That changes everything. Now a runner at first base, one out, one run in. Fielder's choice Dyson. He's the base runner. Butera has doubled and popped out. Mike Wright gets another assist from his D. Now again we'll have to keep an eye on Dyson. Dyson was thrown out at second base by Caleb Joseph on a pitch that was in the dirt, got away. Joseph recovered on it and made the play on Dyson back in the 5th inning. See if he runs. Wright's pitch, runner not going, in the air, gap right field. They were playing in. That ball's going to go all the way to the wall. Dyson, with all that speed, will nonchalantly come around to score. Toward the bottom of this order, doing damage. A double by Butera, and RBI. 4-1.
And Butera coming up big. 2 doubles in this ball game. Add-on runs.
So Mike Wright trying to get through the 7th inning will not do it, as 2 runs have scored against him here in the 7th. It is now 4-1, and Dylan Bundy will come out of the pen for the O's.
ball game, but what an effort it was. Here, locking up Morales on a great fastball. Hosmer going down on the slider, exploding fastball trick there to get Colon, and Moustakas going down on a nasty fastball. Mike Wright, what a line. 6 1/3 innings, got her in the 8 hits, 4 earned runs. A tough day. Well, now it's time for the Jiffy Lube pitching change. Brought to you by Jiffy Lube, who'd like to pitch you a change. Regular oil changes are proven to keep your car on the road longer. Drive in today. Well, Dylan Bundy in relief of Mike Wright.
Runner on at second base and 1 out. And the breaking ball taken outside Escobar.
Take a look at Bundy's pitch arsenal. Fastball 63%, mid-90s with that fastball. You saw the curve right there. Also has slider and the straight change 20% of the time. A nice start for Bundy. 5 games, 159 earned run average.
Escobar, leadoff hitter. High strike called. This will be Bundy's first appearance in his career against the Kansas City Royals. Mike Wright will watch, responsible for Butera, the runner on at second base. Escobar 0 for 2 in a sacrifice. Bundy's delivery, the overhand heater on the inside corner at 94. 1-2.
Nice fastball there. Change up away, and then 94 on the inside corner.
4 runs, 8 hits for the Royals, a run on 3 hits for the Orioles. 1-2 delivery. Sliced foul the other way. Appears as though Ventura's day is done when we get to the 8th inning. Bullpen has stayed active for Kansas City. Regardless of whether he comes back or not, it's the longest outing he's had this year. The 7 innings worked. 1-2 pitch on the way. Loops that one towards second. Jonathan Scope. Spinner off the end of the bat to get him. 2 down. Well, the arch rival Yankees will make their first visit to Camden Yards Tuesday, May 3. 3-game set. Paint the park orange against the American League East rival. Good seats remain. You can get yours at Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. That will bring Moustakas up with 2 down. 2 runs in here in the 7th. Moustakas 0 for 3. Butera off second base. Moustakas takes the breaking ball for a strike. Butera, big day, 2 doubles and an RBI in the last one.
Yeah, some ambushing down there. That first pitch, fastball driving in the right center gap. Big insurance run.
0-1 delivery by Bundy. Pickoff attempt at second. Manny Machado coming over to get it.
Caleb obviously recognizing the lead by Butera, but the communication from Machado, between Machado and Caleb, be on the same page there. Manny a little bit late getting in there.
Missed inside, said Corey Blazer. 2-ball, 1 strike count. Dylan Bundy beginning to pick up work for the Orioles on a more frequent basis. Game number 6, 5 2/3 innings. Through those 6 he had pitched. 2-1 delivery, and he got a strike on that one at the knee. It's 2-2.
A nasty breaking ball there. Dylan Bundy has a release point. Everything comes out of the same slot. A big reason why he's a top prospect, and a reason why his earned run average is so low. Big arm, mechanics very sound right now.
2-2 delivery, a base hit into left field. Butera. Throw in by Rickert. Not in time. Down to second base on the throw goes Moustakas. 2-out RBI single and a 5-1 Kansas City lead.
Hanging breaking ball here, and Moustakas covers it, whistles it over the shortstop spot. But here, Rickert coming up, it's a double clutch, and then over the head of Flaherty, allowing Moustakas to head into second base. Got to eat that one there.
So a big 7th inning, 3 runs in. And that will bring Cain to the plate. Lorenzo Cain 0 for 3. Only 1 hit in the series and 11 at bats. Big lead at second by Moustakas. Nobody there to cover, so Bundy steps off. Pitch by Bundy is fouled into the seats. 34,748 the attendance announced. 34748.
Well, this is the thing to do now in Kansas City after back-to-back World Series appearances. Come on out to the ball game. A lot of excitement around this area.
One delivery by Bundy over the top. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Coming around is Moustakas, waving him home. Adam Jones unleashes it and cut off, throw to first and dropped. They had the out, but not in a position to put a tag on or make the catch. Jonathan Scope. Cain, RBI, 6-1.
Adam Jones coming up firing, and he hits Chris Davis, and Davis alertly firing behind Cain, but Jonathan Scope late to get to the base. Can't watch the paint dry. You got to get into your position. Always somewhere to be on the field. Now Orioles letting this one get away from themselves.
6 runs on 10 hits. Five of the runs will be charged to right. Last one, the responsibility of Bundy. So Kansas City unfurling it here in the 7th inning. Hosmer, home run, single, and is struck out. Second home run of the year in the 6th inning. And the tightly pitched ball game loosens up here in the 7th for the Royals. A long half inning for the Orioles, who looked like on a defensive play made they were going to find a way out of the inning earlier, but not so. Strike taken on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, one thing the Orioles have been doing so well this year, actually paying close attention to that detail on the field, being where they're supposed to be. It's kind of coming unraveled a little bit here in this inning.
Dylan Bundy with a 1-1 delivery, and that's slashed foul. Take a look at our Alexis Towson drive of the game.
Hosmer, who has a nice little hitting streak going himself. This puts the Royals on top, hooking one down that right field line.
Drive of the game brought to you by Lexus of Towson, the area's #1 luxury dealer. Come see why at lexusoftowson.com. One ball, 2 strike count, runner off first base. Off speed delivery is going to miss outside. 2-2. Rubber match of the 3-game set. The Orioles have lost only 1 series. In this, the 6th they have played on the year. 2-2 pitch, and that's outside. So the count goes full. Cain will take off from first base. Royals have reached double digits in hits with 10. Pitch on the way to him, and that's ball 4. That's the first walk Royals have picked up in the game. So Bundy having problems. Dave Wallace, pitching coach, on his way out for his 30 seconds of infamy.
A couple base hits there, getting Bundy out of the strike zone. Stay aggressive in there. Keep ball down. Drive to the bottom of the zone. Mistake on a Moustakas breaking ball that he left up.
Two away, first and second. Ninth batter up in the inning. Kendrys Morales 0 for 3. And he will take the pitch up high for a ball. Morales has had a couple of hits, 11 at bats, and 1 RBI in the series. Not doing the usual damage he does against the Orioles, at least so far. 1-0 pitch by Bundy. Can't find it. Count goes to 2-0. Now Duffy up and throwing. Herrera's been throwing for a long time.
Yeah.
He's already pitched a couple of innings out there in the bullpen. Two-0 delivery on the way. Foul back. Ned Yost would like to get Duffy into the ballgame. He hasn't had a chance to use him. So probably with a lead now at 6-1, he may go with a left-hander.
Yeah, I think so. Good opportunity. Still have the back end unused.
Morales waiting on the 2-1. Goes after one down and away. Ticked that one, said Corey Blazo, the home plate umpire. 2 balls and 2 strikes. No chance for Bundy to end it here.
It's up being a good pitch, but missed his spot by quite a bit.
2-2 delivery. You're talking about batters getting hit by pitches. I was looking at there was a note. Brandon Guyer, the Rays, got hit 3 times in a game on Thursday. Only 22 times in Major League history has that happened in one game, where you get hit by a pitch 3 times in the same game. He was the leader in that department last year in the American League. Hit by pitches. One of those guys, he'll just stand there.
Yeah, not move at all.
He said, I don't know how to get out of the way. That's what he said. He said, it's just an instinct. I don't move.
Well,
your orthopedic surgeon appreciates that. Here's the 3-2 runners go in the air left field. Rickard, that wind blowing it into the corner, but he'll get there and put it away. So the Royals bat around. They get 4 runs. They take a 6-1 lead. Our Chevy do-ups. It'll be Flaherty, Rickard, and Machado for the O's. Miller time brought to you by Miller Lite.
And how about Butera jumping on a first pitch fastball, blowing this inning, the 7th inning, wide open. Dyson able to score right there. Orioles scored 4 in the 7th.
So Orioles got a big comeback. They're going to get this one under their belt with a 6-1 deficit and only a run on 3 hits.
And take a look at our PNC inside the numbers. Yordano Ventura, his pitch arsenal comparison much online, but there is the changeup. Very impressive. 29% usage today. kept this Orioles offense off balance. 7 strong innings, only scattering the 3 hits. And give way to Kelvin Herrera, big time back end of this Royals bullpen. Strong fastball, 57% of the time. High 90s with that heater. Nothing on the board for an ERA. 9 1/3 innings of work. Opponents hitting just 176 off Herrera.
And the pitch will be taken for a strike on the inside corner. The Orioles now needing the base runners. Ryan Flaherty has struck out, hit into a fielder's choice. And a little tapper. This will be tough to cover. Herrera getting over. Not in time. It'll be an infield hit. So hustling down the line, Flaherty on that little chopper, and the Orioles get a leadoff base hit.
Seen that a couple times in this series where the first baseman will vacate. There you see the second baseman standing right behind Hosmer. Easy play. But when the pitcher's got a cover, you give the offense a chance. Flaherty digging down the line, picking up the knock. See the underhand flip. Just a little too slow developing.
Now Rickard, top of the order, a walk. He is flied out and grounded out. Herrera worked the 1-2-3 8th inning on Friday. He got Rickard, Machado, and Adam Jones in that inning. Rickard with 1 hit, 11 at bats in this series, .310 average, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. What a job by Ventura. He retired the side in order 5 times. 5 of the 7 innings he went 1-2-3, and he had a stretch where he had retired 11 in a row. And that's just kind of unheard of in this day and age.
Yeah, well, only giving up the 3 hits to this Orioles offense. Last night they had 14, and 2 of those hits came in the first inning, so pretty dominant from the second on.
Trumbo, the RBI single in the first. Machado had drawn the walk. He scored. That's it for the Orioles. Foul back upstairs. And an 0-2 count. So Rickard trying to get the bat going again. As these pitchers of Kansas City have shut him down here in the series. Flaherty being held at first by Hosmer. Herrera's delivery is a breaking ball, popped him up at the mound. Anybody want it? Yep. Shortstop Escobar will put it away for the out. Well, gather your family and celebrate Mother's Day weekend at Oriole Park, Saturday, May 7. Birds in Oakland, 7:05, and the first 10,000 female fans 18 and over receive an Orioles canvas tote presented by MLB Network. Then on Mother's Day, the first 10,000 female fans 18 and over get the Orioles Infinity Scarf. So we hope you'll join in. And on Sunday, May 8, all the kids get to run the bases 14 and under after the game. Orioles.com for tickets.
See, what you do is you come to both games, you get the bag, you put the scarf in it.
Oh gosh, honest, every year we have to go through this.
What a Mother's Day package right there.
Another Mother's Day package. When is the last time you actually went out or went online and actually bought something for your wife for Mother's Day?
You don't have to. The giveaways are so good.
You know she's listening. She's going to hear this.
No,
you know what I mean?
She's at one of my kids' baseball games.
Oh, okay.
No,
she'll never know. Manny Machado on a pitch up, way up. 0-2 count. This may be Manny's last chance. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. 16-game hit streak is on the line. Longest for an Oriole beginning of the season, 17. Davey Johnson. Manny drew a walk, scored in the first, but has struck out and grounded out. Here's the 0-2 delivery on the way to him, and that's there.
.99-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner after working a couple up and in. Just painting the outside edge.
So 2 down. Top of the 8th inning. Chris Davis stands in. Ground ball, fly ball, strikeout. Herrera with the runner on at first. More heat at 97. Chris 1 for 7 off Herrera. Herrera owns an 0-1 mark against the Orioles, but a 2.76 ERA. Pitch will be taken. Chris eyeing that one as it goes by. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Chris with 10 home runs against KC in his career, 6 of the 10 in this ballpark. 1-1 delivery, and that's there. Not messing around. Heat in the strike zone.
Yeah, I think Davis may be sitting on a changeup. 3 fastballs with a lead like this. He's coming right at him.
One-two delivery on the way to him. Pops it up, third base. Mustakas. He's got it, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Royals on top, 6-1. In 1947, the Big Cat Johnny Mize homered 3 times, the first player with 3 home runs in 1 game to do it 5 times, and that same year became the first player with 50 home runs in a year and 50 or fewer strikeouts. He is a Hall of Fame member, voted into the Hall with all kinds of credentials, with that big batting average, 359 home runs, a 10-time All-Star, got 5 World Series rings. The Big Cat Johnny Mize, New York Giants. Here it's a 6-1 ball game. The Royals leading it. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Dylan Bundy will stay on. Team Royals batted around. Alex Gordon started that 7th inning out with a sliding single at first base. Slid in. And a ball right down the line that Chris Davis knocked down but couldn't get to in time to get the out. And from there, 4 runs on 5 hits. 1-0 delivery by Bundy. Be taken away for a ball.
Yeah, kind of a controversial play as well. Questions of whether or not that ball was fair or foul that got that inning going.
There have been those kinds of innings in this series for both teams. 2-0 delivery. The Orioles in their 4-run 3-hit 4th inning last night got an advantage of mental mistakes made in the field by the Royals that opened that inning up. Should have been out of it, weren't, and then the Orioles went on to score 4 runs. Kansas City takes advantage of a close call and took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Pitch taken up high, and a 3-ball 1-strike count on Gordon. Tampa Bay tomorrow night. We'll be with you at 6:30 for O's Extra, 7 o'clock for the ball game. As the Orioles open up a 3-game set, and they welcome Kevin Gausman back on the mound for the O's against Chris Archer in the opener.
Yeah, that's exciting. And I know a couple years ago when Kevin Gausman came up, it kind of rejuvenated everybody. The rotation started pitching well. Might have been fear, actually, that the young arms were coming.
Down the line, Rickett going over. in fair territory. One away in the 8th. Follow Orioles baseball live at the MLB.com at bat app. Stay up to the moment any moment with game day, live game video highlights, StatsCast, and more. Download MLB.com at bat. #1 app for live baseball on your phone or tablet. Colon a double and an RBI, 7th inning, getting a start at second base, took advantage of it. 1 for 3 in the ball game, and Souvenir back over the screen.
Yeah, Colon a couple different opportunities at the major league level. You're going to be used as more of the utility type player. Move around all over the infield.
0-1 delivery. He's taking on that one. It is in there for a strike. Colon, a first round 2010 4th selection. And that pitch will be taken down low. One ball, 2 strike pitch to him as a bouncer way out in front. Colon was actually born in Puerto Rico. His dad moved around a good bit because of work, and actually went to high school out in California, Cal State Fullerton for college. Played in the World Classic for Puerto Rico. He'll stay off the pitch away, and a 3-ball, 2 strike count. Three and 2, 1 down. Jared Dyson waiting on deck. And he walks it. Dylan Bundy not having a lot of success here in this outing out of the bullpen. Got an out in the 7th inning, but gave up a couple of singles, a walk, 1 run, couple of runs, couple of RBIs off him, 1 run charge to him. Worley and Britton in the bullpen.
Britton up only because he needs a little bit of work. Hasn't thrown a few days.
Now with Jared Dyson up, Flaherty moves in at third. Pitch away for a ball. Royals with a 6-1 lead, looking to take 2 out of 3 in this series. Trying to add some runs here in the 8th inning. Foul back. Royals are one of the ballparks where they have extended the netting to the end of each dugout, and I must say, unless you look closely, you do not see it. We look right through it, looking down from the pitcher's mound in, and you just don't even realize it's there.
Yeah, I didn't know they didn't here.
1-1 pitch on the way, and a broken bat, base hit, right field. Colon will make a turn and stay. So Dyson's got a 2-hit ball game. 2 on, 1 down. Shattered the bat on it, but got enough for a single.
Yeah, take him any way you can get him. Now Bundy not having the good command, even missing with his fastball wherever Caleb Joseph is setting up. Trying to drive it down to the target.
Drew Butera. Butera has had 2 doubles, has scored a run, and has an RBI. He's their number 9 hitter in the ball game. Dyson, the number 8 hitter, has got 2 singles and a run scored. Colon, their number 7 hitter, he's picked up a double, a walk, and an RBI. Bottom 3 of added offense. 0-1 pitch on the way, up in the air to left. Urquhart's got that one lined up. Puts it away. 2 down, runners stay at first and second. And that will be it for Bundy. So Buck Showalter, 1 not wanting to overextend Bundy, and 2 wanting to get some work in. We'll pull Bundy here in the 8th inning with 2 down, runners on at first and second, and Zach Britton, the Oriole closer, will come on.
Hasn't pitched since last Thursday against the Blue Jays, so clean this one up here. Get out of this inning. The fastball 90% of the time. Best you're going to see. Mid to high 90s with great late movement. 4 for 4 in his save opportunities. Very impressive earned run average of 129. Opponents hitting just 130 off of Zach with the very impressive ground ball percentage, 64% on the ground.
Cologne, the lead runner at second base. Dyson on at first. 2 away, 8th inning. Top of the order, Alcides Escobar. Britton's delivery to him. 0 for 3 with a sacrifice for Escobar. Orioles trying to end the 8th inning, and then they'll have Jones, Trumbo, and Alvarez scheduled up in the top of the 9th. Escobar 0 for 5 off Zach. 0-1 delivery outside for a ball. 6 runs on 11 hits. The Royals 1 run 4 hits for the Orioles. So the Orioles had their fewest hits in game 1 when they got 5 on the year. See what happens in the 9th inning. They may have another low here in 4. Britton with a 1-1 delivery. Waiting on a 1-ball 2-strike count. And we'll wait a little longer. Caleb Joseph asked for the timeout there. Runners off first and second, and the 1-2 delivery chased and fouled off. Actually fortunate for the Orioles that he did foul it off, because if he hadn't, it would have gone to the screen. He probably would be on first base
yeah.
on strike 3.
Yeah, nasty. I mean, you can just tell hitters just gearing up. Britton's fastball way out in front. So tough to pick up. He's such a high percentage of fastballs. They just get going out on the front side too early and swinging balls. How low that last pitch was, bouncing off the plate, but he offered that.
1-2 delivery again. This one goes to short. Uh-oh. Got him at second base. Whew. Manny Machado took a chance on that one with the speedster Dyson heading into second. They will get the out, and we will go to the 9th inning. It is a 6-1 Royals lead. Our Honda do-ups: Jones, Trumbo, and Alvarez. Ball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick. We go to the ninth. Royals have a 6-1 lead, looking to take 2 out of 3 against the Orioles, and they will get their left-hander in.
The Royals have some big arms in the bullpen. Danny Duffy now in, and he has started for this club. He's come in relief this year. They're starting him in the long relief role. Maybe lefty matchup. Take a look at his pitch arsenal. The fastball 80%. Why that high? Well, fastball's from 94 to 99. Has the curve and change to go along with it. Elevated earned run average in his 7 games, up over 5, holding opponents to a .265 batting average.
Adam Jones 1 for 12 off Duffy. Goes after the first pitch. Adams had a base hit. 1 for 3 in the ball game. Left-handers 0-1, put up in the air and foul. Toronto beat the A's today 6-3 was the final in that one. Bautista got a 2-run homer in the 4th, helped put it away. Ezekiel Carrera home run. Drew Hutchinson made his debut as the starter today for the Jays. 5 2/3, had a good outing. Eric Surkamp struggled for the A's, their starter. 6 runs, 4 2/3 innings. Foul back upstairs again by Adam. Count stays at 2 strikes.
You see a pretty good fastball here. 97 on that last one, working it in and out.
Oh-2 delivery on the way. Ball dropped. Throw made. And visit MassonSports.com. Care First to vote for tonight's Care First Live Fearless Player of the Game. Live Fearless with a name trusted for over 75 years. Care First, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Now for the Royals, couple good days. Butera having a solid day. A couple doubles. How about Hosmer? A couple hits extending his streak with a homer, and Trumbo up a hit and an RBI.
Little roller. Duffy turns. Mark Trumbo is retired. 2 down, 9th inning. Wright gave up 5 runs, 8 hits, 6 1/3. Bundy an inning, a run, 3 hits, 2 walks. Wieters coming up to pinch hit.
I see the Orioles box score here. Not a lot on the board. Jones single, Trumbo single, Joseph picking up a single, Ryan Flaherty as well. Only 4 base hits last night. 14 with a lot of extra base hits as well.
And that'll go to short. Escobar's got it, and the Royals have the win. So 9th inning, another 1-2-3. 7 times the Orioles were retired in order in this ball game, and the Royals take 2 out of 3, winning this one 6-1. Wright takes the loss 1-2. Ventura the win. He is 2-0.